Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're at. Thank you for being here. This is my very first live stream, celebration time. So before we get started, I want to start off with a quote. It's from one of my favorite YouTubers. He's from Think Media, someone I watch all the time. His name is Sean Cannell, and his quote is, it's over here, use your season of obscurity to prepare yourself for popularity. And so that is the purpose of this live stream. I'm a very small YouTuber, have 146 subscribers. I'm lucky if my videos get about 50 views each, but that's okay. I'm learning as I go, and this is part of that learning process. I want to learn, even get 1% better with each video. And I heard from a friend like Vince Liu, and I heard from other YouTubers like D. Nemen, who said, go live. No matter how small you are, go live. So then you can get ready for it, prepare yourself for later. So that's what today's purpose is for me to get familiar with YouTube Live. Urban Explorer, thank you for being here. I see you. Hey there. You're coming from the UK, and I appreciate that. I see Shyway Tech is here. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to try to keep this on a structured basis here. I don't want to go like too long because I know you guys have things to do. I have things to do. So I'm going to try to keep it structured here. But I'm going to say some. So look in the comments, and you're going to see I just posted this. I want you to all please describe your channel so then the other people in the chat can see it and maybe subscribe to your channel if they like the content that you share. And then later on, I'm going to go through this chat, see who's here. I'm going to shout you guys out, do a little bit of description. If I'm familiar with your channel, I am going to give a description of it and my personal experience with your channel or you as a person. Because all we know, there are people behind these channels. They're not just some videos here. We are actually people here. So I want to describe my personal experience with you if I know you on a semi-personal basis. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. I'm not going to wait too much longer. Okay, I want to introduce myself first. My name is Anthony Bailey. I am with Running for Your Best Life, obviously. I was born here in the Antelope Valley. The Antelope Valley is an outskirt of Los Angeles County. It is the very edge of Los Angeles County. It's about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles. And I was born here and in 1977. Unfortunately, I was born into some kind of rough circumstances. My parents were alcoholics, drug addicts, had some mental health issues. So growing up was a little bit difficult. I mean, we had some chaotic nights. There would not be it was not uncommon to have the cops knock on the door. But luckily, by the grace of God, I made it out of that, moved out at 18. And from 18, I kind of had to learn myself because prior to that, I was always on a defensive mode, like a scared little chihuahua or something. So, I see Morning Moves and Tales is here. That's my darling Jen. That's my wife. So say hello to her. She just started her new channel. I'll get back to her later. Sorry, I got distracted there. Anyway, I moved out at 18. And unfortunately, even though I saw the negative effects of alcohol, at 21, I became an alcoholic myself. Like most people, it starts off as just fun, going to the club every weekend, hanging out with the boys, trying to meet girls, trying to do that thing. I'd be like maybe once or twice a weekend. But then over the years, it gradually progressed and it became almost a nightly thing. Like towards the end, like in my 30s, I'd probably be intoxicated. I'd probably have hangovers just about every day. And I'd go to work, come home, sit by myself on my porch, smoke my cigarettes and drink my beers or my shots or whatever mood I was in that night. And that's pretty much how it progressed. But at 35, I decided, you know what, this is enough. I can't take the hangovers anymore. I'm sick of the poor life decisions, this whole woe is me act of feeling sorry for myself for the things I grew up and saw. So at that moment, I made a conscious decision that I had to change. So long story short, I got rid of those habits, took on health and fitness a few years later, met my darling wife. She helped me straighten out a bit, and that eventually led me to running. And I'm not saying I love running. It was so funny. The other day, my daughter was jogging with me because we do a meetup every Sunday at 7 p.m. for a running club. And she's struggling, and she goes, I hate running. I said, I hate it too. She goes, and why are you doing it? And I go, because I love how I feel afterwards. I love being able to tell people I did this. And I like being out there by myself because I'm a complete introvert. And so it is my alone time with my thoughts, with the Lord. And it's just something that brings me peace. And since the fire has been going on lately, I haven't been able to run as much as I'd like. So that's kind of been horrible. But I'm thankful for you guys and the things that's keeping me busy, my wife and my family. So it's all good. I'm giving my body a rest. So there's my little spiel. That's my introduction of myself. So now I want to introduce you guys. So I see we have Urban Explorer is here. He is Neil from the UK. He's putting a band together. And actually just watched one of his videos today. Today he put in a fan and he made a funny AC/DC remark, which you're going to have to watch that channel to see. But, I know nothing about tech. I don't know about or fixing cars my wife has me try to fix a light bulb and it's a big production. So, but I like his channel because I like him. He is so funny to watch. And I highly encourage you to go to his channel and subscribe and watch his stuff. It is highly entertaining, especially when he has his assistant helping him. He has a little dog sometimes, and sometimes he has a lady helping him. I haven't seen her in a while though, but she giggles a lot, and that's funny to see them go back and forth. So that's Urban Explorer. Go check him out. We got Morning Moves and Tales. That's my wife. A funny story with that. We actually have another channel called Run for Grace. That's our charity organization, and we decided to put her Morning Moves and Tales on that channel, but it's for kids. And we thought it's fitness. It kind of fits in the same theme. But my friend Neil over at Urban Explorer kind of said, you know what, you might want to get that off the channel. It's not helping that channel. So what we did is we moved it over to her own channel. So now it's all kids. And now Run for Grace is strictly health, fitness, and running and charity. So there's no mix up there anymore. So when people go to our Run for Grace, they don't think, oh, this is the kids' channel. I have no interest. So that's how that happens. So that's Morning Moves and Tales. She helps kids move their bodies, and she gives them some story time as a reward to move those bodies. And then we have Shyway Tech. I've not met him before. I see I create videos on tech news, reviews, how-tos. I've been in it for 6+ years professionally. Wow, very cool. And the rest of my life as a hobby. That's awesome. I'm going to have to check out your channel. I definitely need help with tech. I'm just now learning tech myself. I love doing it. I love the whole aspect of learning things, but I could be definitely more savvy with that. So I'm definitely going to go check out your channel and subscribe and watch your stuff. Okay, that's the only one in the chat right now. So if you are just now coming in, please leave your description in the comment section so everybody can get to know you and we can learn what your channel is and what you're all about. Okay, today's theme is my personal YouTube journey. I currently have 147 subscribers. I've been doing this seriously for about 4 months. I actually had this channel for about a year because about a year ago, as you guys know, I'm trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon. That's my big goal as a runner. And about a year ago, I thought, wouldn't it be so cool to document my journey as a Boston marathoner? But back then, I didn't have the tech. All I had was my phone. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the patience. And so I made a couple videos, but wasn't persistent with it, and it didn't go on. So then a few months back in, I think actually when the pandemic hit, like most people, no, it was actually, about the pandemic, about April, May, something like that. I decided I'm going to do a channel. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be jogging every day, and I'm going to be talking to the camera. and I'm gonna do that every single day for a year. Well, after about 2 weeks, I started running out of material. So that idea kind of got scrapped. And I thought to myself, you know what, I could do better than this. I could make better quality stuff. I could do edits. I got to learn to stretch myself. So I started making better videos. And I started off slow. And then my father-in-law gave me this camera, this G7. And that completely opened up my world. And I said, okay, I'm going to make him proud. I'm going to learn how to use that G7. I'm going to make quality content, not only for him and myself, but for the viewers. They deserve quality stuff. So I started making some stuff here. And then I had a very in-depth conversation with my wife. And I said, you know what, I really want to share my story. I think I could really help people, but it's going to be difficult. But I think YouTube would be the platform for it. But I have to be very transparent with it. And it might hurt some people's feelings, like people in my family or people I know, but I can't care about that because I want to help others who are going through the same challenges I faced growing up and through my 20s. So I decided, let me use my passion for running and my past and merge them together. And so that is what I'm striving to doing right now. And so that's how running for my best life came. I'm slowly trying to put those videos together, but in the meantime, I'm putting other content out to enhance my video quality. So that has been my journey so far. And so when I first started seriously back in May, when I put that first video out there, it was well edited, or at least edited to my best. I would losing track here. I need to stop looking at this chat because I'm losing track here. Anyway, my channel wasn't growing. I only had like 20 subscribers, and there's probably like friends of mine that I got over the years or something, but nobody watched my stuff. I would put up a video and I get like 2 views, and it was probably like me on different laptops. So I could not figure out why I am not getting views. What is going on here? And so I'm going through other runners' videos, and I'm seeing all the comments, and I'm thinking, oh wait, there's all kinds of running channels out here. Let me subscribe to some of them. But one of the first ones I subscribed to was Rosser Runs. He's a guy, he lives somewhere in the Midwest, I believe. He puts out these beautiful videos of him running, and he shows the environment he's running in with the nice trails and the scenery. And I said, okay. So I subscribed to him, commented on his stuff. He commented back, subscribed back to me. And so I found other people. I found people like Life with Vince Liu. I found Passion, Purpose Driven. And I started growing my community because I learned that, like I said earlier, there are people behind these channels and they care about your comments. They put hard work towards these videos. So they want to hear what you have to say about their stuff. So I started working that part, doing the community stuff, and started growing. And now, ever since I started doing that, I've gained so many cool friends, like Neil in the UK, like Vince up north, and like I could not believe the community that is around this YouTube. And then I started listening to YouTube podcasts, like the YouTube Creator Studio, and that's how I came across Urban Explorer. He was one of the guests on that show, and I reached out to him, I think, I joined a lounge over there, and I got to know him, and I got to know all these other people like T1D Wanderer in Japan. Like he does these videos of just riding his bike through Japan, and he does comments and like personal. We chat all the time. So that is the power of YouTube. So I want to suggest to you, if you're a new YouTuber, use the power of community. Get to know each other, comment on other videos, share your stuff, ask questions, listen to podcasts, videos, do whatever you can. But most importantly, put out the best content you can. And just don't think of it as, oh, it has to be as good as this person's. No, think of it as your best stuff at the time. Because I can guarantee if I went back to my first video compared to my latest videos, oh my God, I don't even want to watch them because I'm horrified. I mean, I don't even want to see how bad it was. But my goal is to get 1% better. And so that is my personal YouTube journey. I hope it helped you a little bit. And okay, so now let's go into the comments here. So let's see, if you have anything to say to me, I would appreciate it if you would highlight my name so I could kind of see if you have something to say, because I prefer if you guys are chatting with each other. But it's going to be a minute for me to sift through this stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about morning moves and tails. You know what she does. You guys are talking. That's good. Yeah, Urban, the fires are rough out here. It's not making it easy on me or the rest of the running community, but there's bigger things. You know, at least our house or nothing is in danger of being burnt down where I'm at. So we are highly blessed. So to complain that you can't go out for a jog because of the smoke is kind of silly, because we're very blessed to not be in danger in harm's way. I like to see, yeah, so Shyway Tech, yeah, you're pumping out stuff yourself, grow with each video, very nice. So Urban, wow, it took you 3 years to get 1,000 subscribers. That surprises me, because the stuff that I see you have now is phenomenal. I mean, you are so natural on camera, and it is fun to watch your stuff. I mean, just from the intros to how everything is laid out, it's beautiful. So good job to you. We got Kara here. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. Kiara Hargrove. She's a skater, and I believe she actually grew up a little close by here, over in Victorville, where my family lived. So she does a skateboarding channel, and she's brave. I mean, she does, and she even skates. I saw her do this video on where she's doing a shoe review, and she skated in these nice, clean shoes. And I've always wanted to ask you, Kira, how did you? I mean, when you get new shoes like that, aren't you scared about getting them scuffed up and dirty? I mean, wouldn't you rather wear like old shoes to skate in? I'll give you time to answer that. But that was my question when I watched that video. So that's Kira. Go follow her, Kira Hargrove. So Kira, since you're here, please describe what your channel is for the people in chat. We would love to get to know you. Yeah, you're true, Neil. Friendship does not have to be physical. We may never meet, but you have a friend in the UK. I appreciate that. So if we ever go to the UK, I think that we may have a place to stay. Maybe we could stay in your van. So by the time it's there, it might be pretty decked out. Yeah, that's so. You took Mr. Beast. Wow, Mr. Beast. I never actually looked at his stuff. I don't think. I keep hearing his name. I think he does. I think I did watch it. I watched it with my son one day. He does a bunch of like challenge videos, I think. Wow, it took him 3 years also. Or 4 months. That's pretty good. So that actually eases my mind, because it's funny, you see people that are new and they already have 1,000 subscribers after like 5 months. You're like, what the heck are you doing? I mean, you already found the secret sauce, and that is so cool. You're welcome, Kira. I'm happy to give you a shout out. So if you guys have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments here. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's all. I think I've covered all the things I wanted to cover. Let's see. I don't see any comments here. Let's see if I could think of a funny story to tell you guys while we're waiting here. So, my darling, how am I doing so far? You're watching. I think you're still on. Wow, Mr. Beast has 40 million subs. So yeah, anything's possible. So my goal, I hope that people watch my stuff, and I want them to say, okay, if he can do it, I can do it. Like I started running marathons at 40. So, I mean, it's never too late. Okay, you have a question above. Let me go back. My darling says she has a question for me. I'm looking here. Okay, I have a lot of coworkers in San Francisco. Apparently, yeah, Shay, that air quality is pretty bad out there too. 2 weeks later, wow. First responders were kind of crazy. Okay, I'm looking for your question. Oh, so Kiara, no, shoes eventually get worn out, so a new pair will be eventually needed. Oh, okay. So I guess when you get skateboarding shoes, it's expected for them to be get battered up. Okay, but I'm sure that first scuff really makes you feel bad, right? Okay, I can't find Jenny. I can't find Jen's question. So if you could ask that again, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, so urban. So how's the application for the Boston Marathon? Okay, so that's a couple. That's a well. First, you have to qualify, and in my age group, I have to be at a 3 hour and 10 minute marathon, and I haven't even broke the 4 hour barrier yet. So I got about an hour to cut off a marathon time. But then once you do that, you actually have to get a little bit below that because you have to have a buffer because there may be people in that same area that are a little bit faster than you in your age group. So you want to be able to make sure you get below 310. So when you put your application in, that you fit within. I think they only allow like 10,000 participants. So first you have to qualify, put your application submittal in, then hope to get in for the next year. So you could qualify, but then you might not even get picked, which can be heartbreaking. Let's see. When you actually run in the marathon, I'd be cool to see time lapse or a live stream. In the Boston, maybe. When I go to Boston, I might do that. But when I'm qualifying for it, there's no way because I need to make sure I hit my time. So yeah, but when I get to Boston, once you're there, I mean, all I care about is finishing and being there. I don't think I'd even care about my time. So yeah, I think Shyway, I would definitely time lapse that or record it or maybe go live at time to time. No, I have not ran the Boston Marathon, Kira. I'm trying to. That's my goal. Yep. That's what's going on with me. Anyway, so what's going on with you guys? Oh, wait, this is what I want to do. I want to shout out your recent accomplishments. Put out what is the biggest accomplishment you've had so far with your channel recently? Like let's celebrate that. So my recent accomplishment, I would have to say this: I'm going live. This is pushing me out of my comfort zone, and that's what we need to do. So try to think hard. Let's find what's your biggest accomplishment or recently. And another accomplishment I had, remember when I hit 100 subscribers, I thought that was like, oh my gosh, I finally made it. But then I noticed it kind of slowed down. It's slow from like then till now. It seems to be slowing down, but I guess that's just how it goes. Okay, so Shyway Tech, you have 125,000 views and 480 subscribers. That's awesome. Wow. So how much longer until you think you'll get to 500? That is something you should be very proud of. Yeah. So, and Kira, so my recent accomplishment is making it to 300 subs. That's awesome. How long did it take you to do that, Kira? Oh, we got Grace Stewart here. Grace Stewart she is another runner friend of ours. She lives in Texas. She is she's an advocate for clean water. And we actually just did an interview with her on Run for Grace. It's called our Passion for Action show. So go over to that and check out that video. She's doing awesome things. Grace, thank you for being here. Please describe your channel in the chat so people can get to know you. Okay, so here it took you a month to get to 300 subs. Wow, that's impressive. So what do you think your biggest tip would be to get that number that quickly? Would it be the community aspect or just keep pumping out videos? Okay, let's see. So Shawi, because your answer, not sure how long it took to get 500. I'm still trying to find my groove. So I'm analyzing each video and its performance. Okay, that's good advice. I try to analyze my stuff, but I get lost in the numbers, and then I get kind of frustrated, and I go, But my biggest video so far is my Mount Whitney. That thing has almost 2,000 views. And I'm so happy about that because it was the hardest work that I had to put into. It took like 2 days of editing. I had 3 different camera angles I had to do. The computer I was using didn't even, couldn't even take it. So I kept crashing. And so those views are very much earned. Okay. Grace, yeah, so her channel is mostly focusing on food, travel, and running. She does a lot of stuff, Grace Stewart. So, Kiara, you say, so the community aspect, yeah. So, weekly content and community stuff. That's good advice. Okay, any more accomplishments there before we end this? We're at 25 minutes. So, we'll go about another 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. So, Shaiwa, you do 2 videos a week. Okay, I try to do one a week at least. That's what I told myself, at least one video a week. And every now and then I will put in another one. So sometimes I do 2. Does anyone think posting consistently is important for growth? Absolutely, Grace. Yeah, I mean that is very. You have to be on there because if you're not there, people forget about you. You know, I think it's very important. Okay, let me go through and find. I have a question back here that my wife, and I'm going to find this question while you guys talk to each other. So I highly encourage you guys, please go to each other's channels and subscribe and watch your stuff. That would make me happy to know that I'm helping the community grow a little bit. Okay. Yep, Jen, I don't see your question. So I can't answer it. Anyway, okay. Does anyone have full-time jobs while pumping? Oh yeah, that's another great topic. Sheesh. I'm so glad you brought that up, darling. Okay, I have a full-time job and I work for the city of Santa Monica. I drive a city bus. I leave at about 11 p.m. every day, and I don't get back until about 11 p.m. No, I leave at 11 a.m. I get back at 11 p.m. So I'm gone 12 hours a day. And so to find a way to put out content while working full time is extremely hard. And then to juggle that with family, being a husband, being a father, being around there for family, and then trying to keep up with social media. And then my wife and I own a charity organization, which is another part of trying to keep busy. And so we have that channel to keep up with. So that is a big struggle for me. So when I'm at work, I get maybe 10-minute breaks here and there. And during those 10 minutes, I'm like responding to comments, trying to watch videos, trying to post up on Instagram, because Instagram is my favorite platform besides YouTube. Just trying to keep my name out there as much as I can and trying to keep up with the community. So it is so hard to work full time. And so when I see people that are younger and or maybe don't work full time yet or don't have a family, I mean, man, I wish I would have started this 10 years ago or maybe 15 when YouTube first came out, because I would have been so much further along. I think everybody could say the same thing about that. So Shyway, you've been working remotely since COVID, which is nice, started. So I've been using my normal 40-minute commute time for YouTube. That's awesome. That's a blessing right there. And so you've probably seen a lot of growth since being able to do that, I'm assuming. So yeah. So what else can I talk about here? Yep. So we got 6 people watching. Very cool. Be sure to hit the like button, hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And be sure to go over to each other's pages and subscribe, watch the videos, share their videos, tell other people about them. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to do this. This was a lot of fun. We're about at 30 minutes now, and it's a Sunday, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I think this was a great first time. I learned so much. I had fun talking with you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me. The support, it's much appreciated. I'm glad I got to tell my story. Maybe you got to learn a little bit more about me, not just from the videos that I post. And I'm glad you guys got to know each other a little bit more. So with that, I'm going to head on out. I'm going to get back to spending time with my wife. We got some stuff we got to do. We got to actually edit a video that's coming out Tuesday on Run for Grace. It's our next Passion for Action video. But until then, go over to that channel and check out Grace Stewart's interview that we had with her. She was our very first guest, and it is an awesome story. So until next time, thank you for being here. And remember, whatever your passion is, use it to make a difference. Okay, bye, guys.